Welcome to The Magnolia, the show that is dedicated to image, brand, and business culture. I'm Nyda Bittmann-Neville, your host. Today I want to talk about our habits, and particularly those that we would consider to be poor habits. We all have them, and at times we need to assess our habits, particularly those that may be holding us back, maybe impacting negatively our image and brand. And I want to use for our reference materials today the book called The Power of Focus, written by Jack Canfield, Mark Hansen, and Les Hewitt. Probably one of my favorite books. I refer to it often. And as I was looking for a topic, I saw the book in the library and said, oh, I have not looked at that book in a little while. Let's see what comes to me. And as I opened it up, sure enough, right to the page, how to identify bad habits. Well, so I thought that would be an apropos topic. It says, remember this, your outward behavior is the truth, whereas your inner perception of your behaviors is often an illusion. We all think that we don't have any bad habits, that we don't have any quirks, maybe those things that bother others, that people find a little distasteful, that truly they may be negatively impacting our image and brand and holding us back from where we would like to be in our life, in our career, in personal relationships. So I want to just talk about a few of these and then what we can do to actually change these, because as we all know, a new behavior that is well developed becomes our normal behavior. Not returning phone calls on time. Now we all have an excuse for that, but in today's environment with cell phones, with the ability of technology, it's hard to use some of those old-fashioned excuses. Being late for meetings and appointments. A lot of individuals think that being late shows that they have a position of power, when in reality it really is the reverse of that. The people who are waiting think that you are very inconsiderate and do not value their time. Poor communication between colleagues and staff. Not allowing enough travel time for outside appointments. Thus, we rush in or we are late. Not attending to paperwork quickly and effectively, handling the mail more than once, allowing bills to go unpaid, not following up consistently on overdue receivables, talking instead of listening, forgetting someone's name 60 seconds or less after being introduced. That one hits home. Hitting the snooze alarm several times in the morning before getting out of bed when you know that you should, when you know that you should get up and do some stretching and some exercising, give yourself time to have a decent breakfast, to put yourself together professionally, and then leave in a great mood. Working long days with no exercise or breaks, not spending enough time with your family, your children, your friends, having a fast food meal Monday through Friday, eating at irregular times of the day, leaving home in the morning without hugging your wife, your husband, your children, your dog, your cat, taking work home with you, socializing too much on the telephone, making reservations at the last minute, thus particularly not receiving or not getting the restaurant that you wanted, the airline destination that you wanted, the times, etc. Not following through on time as promised with others' request. Not taking enough time off for fun and family guilt-free. Having your cell phone on all the time, or putting it on the table as you are having a meeting, because it sends the message of whoever is going to call, whoever is going to text me, whoever is going to make that thing vibrate, is more important than the person to whom I am engaged. Answering the telephone during family meal times, controlling every decision, especially the small stuff that you need to let go of, procrastinating on everything from filing taxes to cleaning out your garage. Well, those are just some of the bad habits as they put it in the book. And I'm sure that as you're starting to listen to this, you're probably thinking, well, let me see, I've got that one. That is a bad habit. Oh, yes, and that one. Well, one of the ways that we can begin to look at those, it says, making a list of all of the habits that keep us from being productive. Block off an hour or more so that you can really think through the process and plan it so you won't be interrupted. This truly is a worthwhile exercise. I know as someone from the South, I have that tendency to add y'all to the end of my sentences, and I just detest that and have strived so hard to rid myself of that, and I still catch it. And that's one of the ways, is just be observant. But this exercise truly is most helpful because, and be honest with yourself, what are some of those habits? Ask others, what is it that is irritating? What do you think I do that might be holding me back here at the organization or your company? Holding you back from getting the relationship that you want. And make that list. And then identify, what are maybe the top 3 to 5? And start working on that from now to the end of the year. And just think, you can begin in 2011 with probably 3 negative or bad habits, as we're going to just call them, that have been eliminated or at least lessened in your vocabulary and in your actions. What a way to start the new year. So I challenge you, check your calendar, put at least an hour down, start this exercise uninterrupted, and then pick the top 3 to 5 that you want to work on that you really think will give you some immediate impact, positive impact, and work on it for the rest of this year. Starting out 2011, just think, on the road to success, less a couple of those bad habits. My goodness. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that that you will accept my challenge and do the exercise. Let me know. Go to www.themagnolia.tv and let me know what were some of the habits that you worked on, and how did you overcome them, and how did it feel? And what were the reactions of others to you eliminating those habits? So you have been listening and watching and joining me today on The Magnolia, the show that is dedicated to image, brand, and business culture. I'm Nyda Bittmann-Neville, your host.